Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Never call remains my name. You know, there's no country that makes progress without being intentional, without having clear direction, policy and program direction of what they want to do. Nigeria is one place where we hate processes, where a majority of us are not intentional in what we do and what we want to do. We are not intentional. We just believe in Bakumi, everything is the will of God. Everything is the will of God. We are so brainwashed by religion that we don't know that God has given us that free will as free agents to make choices. And those choices that we make will determine where we are going to. Now, I was looking through the records. Nigeria is the only place where people don't go to the whole wide world, from developed economies to developing economies to underdeveloped economies. Most countries of the world that are doing so well have insurance industry that is so built and is so. In fact, if you go to the US, if you go to America and to Canada, you go to UK, you go to Switzerland, you go to South Africa, insurance companies actually own banks, not the other way around. South Africa insurance assets to GDP is about 60%, $248 billion sized assets. Premiums contributed by South Africans. The same thing with pension fund assets. The pension fund assets to GDP of South Africa is almost more than 50%. What am I talking about? More than 50%. It's $178 billion as at the last count. Look at Nigeria. Our pension fund assets to our GDP is about 5%. With only about 8 million Nigerians out of a working population of about 110 million covered. Is that thing with insurance? Our insurance assets to our GDP is a paltry 1.4%. Total insurance assets under cover in Nigeria. Total assets under insurance cover in Nigeria is about just 1.4% of our GDP. For emphasis sake, it's about $3 billion. In South Africa, it's $248 billion. Their GDP is $203 billion. In a country where people understand risk and mitigation, where people follow process, there should be concerted program and policy actions by governments across the 3 tiers and arms of government to make it absolutely compulsory in every area of your life. You must provide insurance policy, education insurance, health insurance, assets insurance, car insurance, housing insurance, even life insurance. And I'm sure most Nigerians don't even know that you can actually use insurance to grow and plan for your children's education over time. Most Nigerians don't even understand the importance because we don't even plan for the unknown. We believe we can live forever. We believe when you are dead, your children are suffering. You take insurance based on your levels. If we're able to pull insurance assets to that level, in fact, most countries that don't go borrowing like Nigeria, they depend on borrowing from the domestic market. The insurance pool of insurance premium contributed, pool of pension assets contributed to do long-term infrastructure. That is why you don't see them running to the IMF and to the World Bank like Nigeria. The other day now, they've announced they are going to give us $633 million. The other day, I heard now that they are trying to do another future oil sales of about $9.5 billion for borrowing. Practically, they are pledging all the crude oil outputs for the future for them to collect the money that they are going to loot now. Go and look at the numbers. It's a very sick country. All that they do, that once they grab power or win an election or rig interest, the next thing they do, they sit down there among them and their colleagues and think about what to steal, what to loot, what to balkanize. Nobody sits down to think, how do we build up this place? Go and check. The insurance assets, total insurance assets in Nigeria is less than 1.4% of GDP. South Africa, it is 60% of the total insurance assets, pooled premium and assets covered is about $248 billion, 60% of GDP. We've done excellent proposals. I represent one of the biggest pension fund groups in Switzerland and insurance groups in Switzerland, and we came up with a very audacious policy program on how we can ramp up the pension fund assets of Nigeria from the paltry $22 billion level to $200 billion level over the next 10 years. It requires legislative intervention, both from the National Assembly and the stakeholders' private sector participation by PENCOM. I won't reveal much. The former woman that was there, I've forgotten that her name, when she saw that proposal, excellent proposal, the first thing she did was, when she saw the name, oh, Emeka, an Igbo man, see the kind of creative ideas that she wouldn't deal with an Igbo man. That was how that idea. And the Swiss lady, interestingly, the Swiss lady who left Nigeria when she was 2, is Fulani. The woman was shocked. Shocked, married to a French guy. She was so shocked that such thing can come from the mouth of somebody who sits at the head of PENCOM in Abuja. That was how that idea was killed. It was supposed to be a private-public partnership intervention with legislative cover that will enable us grow the pension fund assets compulsorily from the level it is today to about 50% of our GDP. That idea is not, that concept is not yet dead. But I won't waste my time going again to share creative ideas with people who do not value creativity. The truth is, nations prosper when the kings who are wise seek out their Josephs, their Daniels, their Shadrachs, their Meshachs, and their Abednego. It is not the other way around. Leaders, creative leaders, thinking leaders, always look out for those with creative and genius ideas that will help them to grow. Moses was given a vision of how he will build a tabernacle according to the pattern that God showed him. Moses did not come and start looking for the Levites or those from his sub-ethnic nation to do the job. Immediately he came down from the mountain. He started looking for those who have the skills and knowledge to construct and to put in place what God showed him. And Bible said, and because he had a plan, he was able to also knew what it will cost. And the people saw that the vision was good and they contributed. When the contribution was enough, he told them, stop. And they began to build. And when they built according to the pattern God showed him, the glory of God came down. When you build excellently, what follows is glory and not shame. Can we grow our pension fund assets to 50% of GDP? Very easy. Can we grow our insurance industry so that we will have industry asset size of 50% of GDP? Yes, we can in the next 10 years. But it requires creativity. It requires integrated private-public policy. In fact, missions, community, private-public partnership architecture to achieve. Then when you share these things with them, those in Abuja or those in the State House in the various states, some of them, the first thing they come to mind is, what is in it for me? They try to see how they can bastardize your ideas or how they can create a caricature version of it to enable them steal and loot. I think a wonderful idea with a Swiss company. Look at Switzerland. Their pension fund assets to GDP is over 122%. It's something for their insurance assets to GDP. Go and look at Switzerland. Switzerland is a landlocked country. Switzerland has no natural resources. Go and check their population. They don't have better brain than us in Nigeria. The only difference that we have here is that we have leaders who are unthinking, leaders who are not patriotic, leaders who are criminally minded. Their whole intention is to steal, to loot, just like Satan, kleptomaniacs. And then, most unfortunately, we have in a majority dumb, daft, idiotic citizens who are so ethno-religiously brainwashed that the first thing we always look at when appointments are being done, or when oh, that man that is being appointed, or is he from my ethnic clan or is he from my religious clan? Carlos Ipolo, stupid. May God have mercy on us. See, we can grow our insurance assets to be 50% of our GDP. We can grow our pension fund assets to be 50% of our GDP within the next 10 to 15 years if we decide to embrace the right practices, the right policy programs to do it. And we are here to support. We are here to offer it pro bono. We won't stop talking. We won't stop doing. We will keep on showing proof of concept. And for you out there, if you don't understand the importance of insurance, insuring your life, insuring future, doing future contribution for you. I have a former organ in the bank. This man from 1998 started contributing money, started saving money, started putting insurance money aside, even assets aside, to be able to train his 2 children. A boy and a girl, he has only 2 children. By the time those kids were up to age, both of them got admitted in Colombia. They graduated. One is working with Oracle. The other one is working with this oil company, Shell. They are in North America. The man was very intentional. He insured everything. He planned everything. Today, he has retired. He's no longer doing anything. If you call him today, Oga, where are you? He's in this child's house in America. Oga, where are you? He's in the other person's child in Canada. The man is enjoying the sweat of his investments. All we think. The other one, the other criminal from Kogi State, allegedly stole money and paid school fees for his children, even till eternity. That is how they think. Steal and loot and share. May God have mercy on us. Plan your life. Be intentional. When you follow the process honestly and sincerely, you will never get it wrong. God bless you.